The Five Dysfunctions of a Team by Patrick M. Lencioni, written by Luke Rowley and read to you by Andy Mayes. One-sentence summary. The Five Dysfunctions of a Team uses a fable to explain why even the best teams struggle to work together and offers actionable strategies for them to overcome distrust and office politics to achieve important goals as a cohesive, effective unit. Favorite quote from the author. It's as simple as this. When people don't unload their opinions and feel like they've been listened to, they won't really get on board. Patrick Lencioni. Since the first time you engaged in any team sport as a child, you probably learned this truth. Teamwork can be hard. Sometimes one kid wants to have the ball all to himself, and other times players disagree on responsibilities. Even for adults, working together is difficult. Politics, ego, and mistrust get in the way of building a well-performing team. However, an efficient team truly is greater than the sum of its parts, especially in the business world. Exceptional teamwork can give a company the competitive advantage it needs to beat out its rivals. Patrick Lencioni is a well-known author of many business books and the founder of Table Group, a management consulting firm that specializes in organizational health. In The Five Dysfunctions of a Team, a leadership fable, he uses a fictional tale to bring us truthful insights into what makes a good team. We learn about a struggling Silicon Valley startup, Decision Tech, under the leadership of new CEO Catherine Peterson. 2 years earlier, it looked like a promising startup with all the investors and well-qualified executives you would ever need, but now it's falling apart because of poor management. The executives were not working together, and the team members struggled to take on responsibilities or come to agreements. Through their story, we learn the five dysfunctions of a team. These are 1. Absence of trust. 2. Fear of conflict. 3. Lack of commitment. 4. Avoidance of accountability. 5. Inattention to results. We also learn helpful strategies on how to overcome these dysfunctions and become a cohesive team. Because, as Lencioni puts it, teamwork is the ultimate competitive advantage. Here are 3 principles this book taught me. 1. As a group, be open about weaknesses and mistakes to facilitate trust. 2. Everybody needs to be committed to decisions, no matter what the consensus is. 3. Hold a common goal instead of looking for individual results. Let's discover how to work better with others. Lesson 1. Being open about mistakes as a group will build trust. Like any good relationship, trust is the key to a solid team. When members in a group trust each other, they will talk openly about tough and touchy subjects. And if they can talk about hard things, they can find the best solutions. Team members build trust when they are vulnerable to one another. People need to see that there is no reason to protect themselves and start talking about their mistakes and vulnerabilities. When they do this, others will see the full picture of their peers. When they see that their peers have weaknesses and make mistakes, they will feel less hesitant to share their own flaws. The leader needs to be the example of vulnerability, and the most vulnerable as well. Let's take a look at an example of this from the fictional story in the book. At Decision Tech, CEO Catherine knew the group needed to take the time to share mistakes. She led by telling the team about her previous management failures and her being fired once in the past. By doing this, Catherine earned the team's trust and helped them open up and share their own shortcomings also. Lesson 2. Even if a few people disagree when making decisions, everyone needs to be committed to the final choice. One of the keys to becoming a great team is to make decisions together and stand by them. Team players realize that making any decision will always be more beneficial than not making a decision. When the team doesn't make a choice, there is confusion and ambiguity, which will trickle down, affecting work on every level. However, a consensus may not always be possible. People often have differing opinions, and it's not easy or practical to please everyone. That's why effective team members agree to commit to a decision that will help the common goal, regardless of if they agree. To do this, though, every opinion needs to be heard. Most rational people will accept a decision, even if their opinion differs, as long as their feelings on the matter are listened to and addressed. A quality of a cohesive team is that they will all commit fully to the decisions the group has made, even if they argued against it passionately earlier. Now, before we get into lesson number 3, I'd like to give a quick nod to Reading.fm, the amazing people behind the audio for this and all the other videos on our channel. Reading.fm is your personal blog radio where you can listen to your favorite articles and essays from around the web, narrated by real, human professional voiceover artists. Use the link below to sign up for free and start listening to more summaries from 4-Minute Books as well as your favorite blogs right away. Okay, now let's dive into lesson number 3. Lesson 3. Focus on collective results rather than individual goals. In a truly efficient team, members realize that the goal of the team is more important than individual gains. Take, for example, the story of Catherine's husband, a basketball coach. He had to drop one of his best players because that player was more concerned about how many points he scored than whether or not the team won the game. When someone puts their own goals in front of the team's, they will hinder everyone else. Every time this happens in the business world, people start to lose their sight of the collective goal and the company suffers. Eventually, those who are exceptional team players will leave. So what kind of goal should a team make? There are 2 qualities of good team goals: clearly defined and measurable. If the group's goal is clear and can be measured, members can't focus on their own goals because they will be accountable to accomplishing the team goal. Common goals will also encourage team members to help and support one another to make it happen.
Hey, this is Nick, the founder of 4-Minute Books, and I want to thank you so much for watching our video. Leave a like if you enjoyed and subscribe to the channel for more. You can also visit us at 4minutebooks.com for hundreds of free book summaries, each of which will make you smarter in 4 minutes or less. Thanks again, and always keep learning.